Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. I'd like to welcome you to our 34th meeting of this Rotary year. We are so close to the end of the year, excited and planning well for the next president. So we'll start this evening with the Rotary Grace, which will be led by Rotarian Emily Bakita.
O Lord, and giver of all good, we thank thee for Rotary ways. May our Rotary ways and deeds. Amen. Austin, what did you do? Oh.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Bakita. It's odd that you're getting advice from Austin.
I mean, we are in the middle of checking in. We are coming back to Kenya. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Next, we shall have the loyal toast by the president. So I'll kindly request that you charge your glasses. If you don't have one, you place your right hand over your heart. To His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya. To the President. Next, we shall have the four-way test by Rotaractor Lucy Acheng.
Rotary four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you very, very much, Rotaractor Lucy, for agreeing to do this. Thank you. So we shall go to announcements. And for this, we shall start with the first announcement under the family of Rotary. And this will be directed towards President VP Wanja.
Good evening, friends and family of Rotary and guests. Mine is to make an announcement. DCA is coming.
Rotary.
Oh, you want me to start with family of Rotary? Okay.
Correct.
Okay, fine. Sorry. So, okay. Family of Rotary is with regards to Mark's wedding that's coming up this Saturday. And as is our norm, we normally support one of our own through purchase of, a gift or attending the wedding. But now due to COVID, he has made a request and said that their numbers are limited. So a good majority will not be able to attend, as has been our norm. But we then said that we can still support via a small gift. So we will be gifting him and Wangoi. And I am collecting contributions. I've received a few contributions. But yes, and if you have whatever you have, maybe small or big, please send so that we can support. They have requested for an envelope as opposed to us purchasing a gift. So would like to be able to give them the envelope probably on Saturday morning before the wedding, but we'll agree with President Malaki what will be the best, either Saturday morning or Friday afternoon, based on how much we'll be able to have collected. Asante sana.
Thank you very, very much. Next one is on DCA. I shall ask PE Wilson.
Okay.
Thank you, President. So DCA is coming up. That DCA stands for the District Conference Assembly. It's going to happen on the 8th to the 10th of April. It's going to be at the Olpejeta Conservancy in Nanyuki. So this is a platform where it's actually invite is for Rotarians, Rotaractors, and also visitors, even guests. So basically, you don't need to be a Rotarian to come. So it's a session where we'll get to interact with other Rotarians, learn about our district, learn about other countries in our district and what they are doing, and also have a good time. So registration is still ongoing. I think currently for the DCA, it's $250 for Rotarians. The Rotaractors have a different rate. So if you'd like to join us, please make plans on the 8th to the 10th. Then for the $250 that you will pay is for the conference. Then we can also arrange together for sort of accommodation that's separate. So there's so many places to stay in Nanyuki and so many things to see and do in Nanyuki. So I encourage everyone who's here to please attend the DCA. It's gonna be fun. It's always fun to be there. You can come out with your family. You can leave the family at the hotel or something. Come out to the DCA and let's interact and have a good time. So 8th to the 10th of April at Nanyuki at the Opecheta Consi. Thank you, President. You're muted, Prezo.
No, sorry, I was getting some more people to join the meeting. Okay, thank you very much. So just last weekend we had a twin trip. For those who know about us for quite some time, our club, the Rotary Club of Nairobi Madaraka, has a twin club in Kampala, Rotary Club of Kampala Metropolitan. And this is a friendship that our clubs have had for a very long time. You know, there are stories there from as back as 2013, 2003, 2004. I mean, Eric was mentioning that they've been friends with some of those for over 20 years. And they had so it was a trip to Western Uganda. It was a great opportunity to be there. And for this part, I shall ask one of our members to give the report. I shall ask for the first report will be from Rotarian Eric or Port. At the moment, they are trying to board their flight, but they sent in the report. So here goes.
Guys, to a boat. You sit on a boat.
Yeah. It was good.
It has been filmed. I saw someone
Thank you, Mr. President. Our hosts here who are still trying to make us miss our flight. Appreciate so much the hospitality we've had here. The real version of events shall be given upon our arrival, but unofficially we took off from Kampala. I went straight to Queen Elizabeth Park. It's lovely, it's very scenic, and we appreciated the views that are there. For those who've been able to see some of the pictures, it's quite something. We'll hope on our return trip that we can offer the same hospitality back to our groups, because as usual Ugandans go all out for us. Next time hopefully we'll have twice or thrice the numbers and we shall enjoy. So on our way back, in case anybody needs something from the airport, please let me know and I shall deliver. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the first report from Rotarian Eric. And the second report, just trying to get hold of it. Sorry, it's taking a bit of time, apologies. Okay, maybe I'll just play it from my phone then. think it's come through now. Just hold on. Apologies for this. I'll just play it on my phone. So this one was from our PR our fundraising director.
All right, started. Yo, Mr. President, thank you for that opportunity to do a voice note and report, an official report for the training. We are here with everyone, all the way from the chairman himself to the secretary. I mean, this hospitality needs to be revenged. There's no way we're going to let this go. This trip has been awesome. It's been way, way too awesome. We've had the best time anyone can ever have in Uganda. And of course, except Sese. Of course, we are going to go back to Sese round 3 for those of us who missed. But there's a delegation coming in for the this year. That is on the 8th of April. True that. We look forward to hosting them, and I want the entire Madaraka to be ready to host them, to be ready to revenge, and of course, to show the Rotary spirit. Guys, anyone with anything to say?
Hello. Hi, everyone.
That is Pipi Joanne. That is Rotarian Bakita.
Yes.
She's the loudest. she's the.
And please come again. We miss you so much.
That is the chairman himself.
Rosbella, your bottle is on the way.
Toto, I suppose you've heard what is coming to you.
Oh yeah.
The young one has a bottle for you.
So thank you. Thank you very much.
Yep. So that was just the report from those on the ground. So for now, I want to introduce the guest speakers for this evening, after which I shall hand the meeting over to our VP, Wanja, to continue with it. So our speakers this evening are not strangers to us. These are Keshi Mukuria, our treasurer, as well as Janet, Rotarian Janet Makoha, our assistant secretary. They had the pleasure to attend a forum 2 Fridays ago, and they're speaking to us about it this evening. So without further ado, Rotarian Keshi, Rotarian Janet, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, fellow Rotarians, retractors, and guests. Thank you for your time this evening. Today, as for members, I'm not coming to you as a treasurer, but as someone who represented the club a few weeks ago. So I will start by maybe just a brief to do with this program. On 25th June of last year, supporting the environment was added as the 7th area of focus. For our guests and upcoming members, Rotary previously had 6 areas of focus for projects, and the first one was peace and conflict resolution, disease prevention and treatment, water and sanitation, the 4th, maternal and child health, the 5th, basic education and literacy, economic and community development, and now the 7th one, supporting their environment. The grant applications for this project will be accepted from 1st July 2023 2021. That is the beginning of the coming Rotary year. So on Friday, which was, I think, not this Friday, the last Friday, which was 12th of this month, the district organized an open day for this new area of focus. And the aim was to share information on partnerships and fundings available for environmental projects. So the main question is, how do we come in as clubs? The district has divided the projects into three. We have the Eco School projects. This is in partnership with WWF. The second one is Adapt a River, which I'm sure most of you have heard about. And this is in partnership with UNEP. And the third one is afforestation, that is the target of 1 million trees. And this is in partnership with Kenya Forest Service. As mentioned by our President Sami, Janet and I represented the club for the open day. And on my end, I'm going to talk about the eco schools and let Janet talk about Adapt a River and afforestation. So the eco school project is a short-term project, and this targets institutions that is mostly primary schools and secondary schools. We are required to identify at least one institution. You can do 2 or 3, depending on the resources you have as a club, and maybe even the ability for you guys for the club to do M&E. And considering our club is a small club, I will say maybe a school will be ideal. One school will be ideal for us. So what is the criteria for identifying these schools? First of all, the school needs to have enough space to do the planting. The second thing, it should be with the leadership of the school, that is the principal and the board should have an interest and express commitment. The third thing will be now the physical aspects of the area, that is the weather, whether the school has a proper wall, because you do not want to have a tree, plant trees in an area where maybe it will be destroyed by livestock, or there's a playing field next to it where the kids will come and destroy it. Is there availability of water? Those are the things that now we have to consider when you're doing now the feasibility for the schools. So once you've identified this and you've done a proposal, the WWF technical team now comes in. They do a site visit, they measure the space, they do a soil test, they do an assessment of the number of trees that you will require. They do costing and give a recommendation. A recommendation comes in maybe whether the project is viable or the types of trees that can be planted there. Because you can't do the same trees in one area and the soil for the area does not support the growth of that tree. So once the grant has been accepted and the groundwork has set, maybe you can have champions who will be in charge of the project. The champions can be both from the club level and the school level, especially with the school level. This will make the students own the project. You can also create eco clubs, have nature champions, especially if you identify a school that does not have an Interact club. So once you have maybe done all the work, you've done the planting, we can also think of ways of how to add value to the project. Maybe we can create like green spaces, like sitting areas next to the ecosystem that we've created, and maybe just other projects that can come in and help the school, even if it's the hand wash stations and anything like that. But something like, the sitting areas will come in handy if you're creating maybe shades, because the main aim of this project is not, just to plant trees randomly, but to create an eco space. For the funding modalities for this project, it's not been fully formulated or cemented, but with most projects, it's easier when you come with a 50-50 approach. If I'm going too fast, let me know. You can also partner for this project. You can also partner with people who are already doing similar projects. For those who are have been in Rotaract or have been in the green space, you know of people like Michael Wayaki from Meteor Alliance, who are already working with schools. So you can partner with such organizations to create a bigger impact. One more thing maybe that I forgot to mention: the trees that we're doing for this, that are being done for this project, are not done random. The main aim is to create an eco space, like Uhuru Park, Shule, something like that. And also to create a mental shift in our young ones, that is on maybe taking care of the environment. That is just basically in a nutshell what this project is about. And we're hoping by the time we have finished with the other two projects, discussing the other two projects, we can be able to weigh as a club which of the three will we want to take part in as we prepare for the next Rotary under Wilson's leadership. I think I'll hand it over to Janet, and for the Q&A you can type in the chat box, and I think we will continue with the Q&A session once Janet has given us the other two projects. To you, Janet.
Good evening, guys. I'll be presenting on the Adopt a River. And basically, Adopt a River, it's about improving the water crisis. So the main activities involved in the Adopt a River is focusing on the freshwater ecosystem. This initiative involves the community members, the private enterprise, and the stakeholders that are concerned in degradation of the freshwater environment. The procedure to start the initiative is first, the Rotary Club identifies a freshwater ecosystem, and then you're supposed to develop a strategy on that program on how you're going to protect, restore, and sustain the water body. So some of the strategy may involve understanding the communities concerned, the levels of engagement, knowing the threats that will affect the water catchment area that you've identified, and also knowing how you'll be able to assess once you start the program, knowing how you'll be able to assess the impact of the outcome of the initiative that you're going to take. So the program involves, once you've identified the water catchment area, it involves cleaning up the waste, the solid waste of the water body, and knowing the source of the waste, of where it's coming from. So there's a form that if the club decides to take the initiative, there's a form that you're supposed to apply. In that form, you do like a proposal on what you intend to do, and you say when and where the project will take place. That is, let's say maybe you have identified a river, which river that you're going to do the cleaning up, And then you're supposed to say how will you measure the impact of the project. And then you're also supposed to elaborate who and how the information for monitoring and evaluation will be collected. You're also supposed to say the website and the location of each cooperating organization, because that program, you have to involve the government, you have to involve the organizations that are around within that area. So once you've done the proposal, there's a criteria for the assessment in which UNEP will be picking the final Rotary clubs to take the initiative. So they will use 3 criteria. One, they will use clubs that demonstrate a strong level of community and stakeholder consultation in the project, in the development of the proposal. Clubs that can be able to mobilize additional co-funding. But Joachim, who was there, really insisted on this. If a club can also be able to participate in the co-funding, the better, the higher chances of being picked. And then also, if the club can identify, adopt a river site and submit the information to adopt the river, to adopt a river steering committee. So the applications that will be successful will be given an amount of money of $2,000 to $4,000 that will be allocated. And then you're supposed to once you start the initiative of the project, you're supposed to submit reports for to the committee that funded the money for the program. So basically, it's just identifying the river that you can do the cleanup, knowing who are the people around, because once you identify that place, you're supposed to inform the chief, the DCO, so that they're aware of what's going on. And then also one more I've forgotten, you're also supposed to take pictures. You're supposed to take pictures of the river or of the place that you intend to do the cleanup. Basically, that's mainly about the Dr. River. And then I have afforestation. Afforestation involves mainly planting of the trees. So with this, the district is supposed to come up with a list of all the forests that you can be able to do the plantation of the trees. The target is mainly 1 million trees. So, and they hope to achieve at least 90% of the target. The initiative will involve, like, let's say our club partnering with the forest officials. Then once you take the initiative of planting the trees, you'll identify the officials who are supposed to help out in taking care of of those trees, because you might find you plant a tree, but no one looks after it. So at the end of the day, the tree might die, so leading to wastage of resources and having not achieved our main target. So the list is yet to come out. So and then when that list comes, that data will be shared amongst all clubs. So if we take the initiative of doing the afforestation, we'll be able to know which areas or which forest we can take and utilize it in the plantation of the trees. Then also we were advised, if we were to do the afforestation, when we are budgeting for the tree, you should start at around maybe 300 to 400 shillings, because when you budget under 100, you don't involve the cost for the maintenance of that tree. So if you are to do the initiative, you kindly do your budget at around 300 to 400, so that you can be able to catch up for the maintenance of the trees. I think that's pretty much it that was able to get from the forum. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Rotarian Janet. Yes, I sit in for the president. And before we go into questions, I know we may have a few questions that we would like to ask Janet and Keshi, who represented us during the District Environmental Day. We would like to do our essay at this point, and our director Joel will be taking us through that. Joel, karibu sana. Director Joel. Well, he's not next to his Joel. Okay. As we wait for Joel to join, connect, or something, SA is at that time where we give $1, happy dollar, sad dollar, or towards the conversation, the topic, or if something good has happened to you. So this is where now you just buy yourself airtime to say something towards the speakers. If the week has been good to you, or started well, or last week was great, whichever the case, this is when to now. And I do not have any jokes. So I was hoping Joel will join, because he's the one who normally prepares all the jokes. So yes, let's, this is how we do happy dollar, sad dollar, or any essay, fine. Well, we started pretty late, so we will not fine, but you can all contribute $1 each. You all can all contribute $1 each. I will post I'll post the, what is it called? The M-Pesa, the M-Pesa number, so that you can be able to, on the chat group, so that you guys are able to just do your happy dollars, sad dollar, or any essay and that you may have. One second. And we shall find. Any sad dollar, happy dollar? Am I talking to myself? Mko. The problem with Zoom is you can't tell whether people are there or not.
Okay.
I feel like I'm talking to myself. Happy dollar, sad dollar, anyone?
Hello.
No happy dollar.
Give a happy dollar. Just grateful for today and for the good health that I have till now.
Okay. Thank you. Any other happy dollar, sad dollar? Okay, Corinne, we see your happy dollar for good health. Apologies, I'm trying to share my screen so that I can be able to project the pay bill. Apologies, I seem to be having a problem with that. Any other happy dollar, sad dollar? Happy sad dollar? Today we're not collecting.
Happy dollar for fellowshipping with you.
Okay.
One happy dollar for fellowshipping with you.
Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Corinne. I noted your happy dollar. Thank you, Janet. I noted your happy dollars. Any other happy dollar, sad dollar out there? Fines. We have said that we'll all send a dollar contribution. A sad dollar to Magufuli. Okay, we have noted that, Corinne. I also have a sad dollar. Today, the passing of Lorna. I worked with Lorna at Gina Dean Corporate Communications. So her passing on was quite a blow to me personally, because I had engaged with her personally. So I'll be sending my sad dollar for that. Any other sad dollar, happy dollar, so that we can go into the question and answer session so that we can finish in good time? La mmenyamaza. Sad dollar, happy dollar. Okay, so we will assume that the sad dollars and the happy dollars given are okay. You can still give your happy dollar and sad dollar. Just type it out on the chat group as we proceed so that we don't take too much time. And here we go into the Q&A from the presentation that we received. Q&A. So does anybody have a question to Keshi and Janet, Rotarian Keshi and Rotarian Janet, with regards to the district environment program that they have taken us through? You can just unmute and ask your question. Any question? Questions? Wow. Okay, then someone just unmute and say something so that I know I'm not talking to myself.
Something.
Something. Thank you, Henry. On this end, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay. Any question? I mean, today there's no happy dollar, sad dollar. I think I should even give a sad dollar. Today the club feels like it's you know, what has happened? Ama it's just a Monday.
Wait, sorry, Wanja, maybe it's just a Monday.
It's just a Monday.
The days are too quiet either way.
Yes, they are. I'm wondering.
Encourage you.
Okay,
Pick out people.
Thank you. And today is the first time I'm actually sitting in fully for President Malaki. So I'm beginning to feel, oh my goodness, the pressure.
Yeah, no, pick out people to say something.
You know, I should start. Any question to the guests, to the speakers? Today our speakers, Keshi and Janet. Any questions?
So Wanja, let me just help you out. But mine is just a comment. I'd like to thank Keshi and Janet for the informative talk they've given us. I think it'll be very useful going forward. I think we can, as a club, we can engage on environmental projects going forward, especially in Bahia. I think that's something that we can really do. Planting trees, doing a wash project, or even adopting a river. I don't know, they are easy entry points. It's not as hard. It's the easy things you can actually do. They're not very difficult in terms of actually implementing them and actually doing them. So I think it's something I'm looking forward to. So thank you so much for the information, and we look forward to engaging on that, the members going forward.
Okay. Thank you, P.E. Wilson. Any other comment, question, observation with regards to the district environment program? Okay, any other question? Lucy, Keshi will help you. I can see your comment on the group. We've taken note of your transaction failure. Keshi will come and help you, will help you. Our treasurer, Keshi, will help you. Okay, maybe I can ask my question to Rotarian Keshi and Rotarian Janet with regards to this particular project. They said that we would need to build a proposal that comes in with to be able to get the funding for the project. But my question is, do we have to, is it something that within the district now that they're helping and looking to have us offer grants, are we able to, even as a club, just move ahead and start identifying schools, or can we use even the schools that we currently have, especially for the eco system, that the one that Keshi you spoke about, and use the schools that we currently have in our portfolio that we are using for the WASH project? Is that, would that ideally work, or do we have to have new schools or a new set of engagement?
Thank you, Wanja. For the project, you can work with the schools that you're already partnering with. It's actually easier because now the schools you've already had a relationship with the school. The issue will come in, do they have the space for that? Because the ECO project is not a small project on its own. Do they have the space and the capacity to sustain the project that you want to do? That will be the main issue. But if it's a school that you're already working with, even better, because you're bringing more value to a project that you already had.
And will they be offering any form of training if we do, let's say, engage a school? Like now you're saying that, especially with the eco project, it would need a bit more space, sustainability. Would that be then a form of training offered to probably the students or the teachers or the people who will be taking care of the environment there?
Yes, WWF comes in with that. They have a technical team, even the type of, coming to even check the type of soil that is there, even the number of trees that the place can sustain. They come and advise on all of that. If you need more assistance in terms of maybe just teaching on how to grow, you can also partner. That's why I mentioned you can partner with other organizations that deal with this. who can come in and also do the training on behalf of the club.
Okay, okay. Great. Thank you, Keshi. Thank you, Janet. Again, that representing us in the district environmental program day, and coming back with such a good report, and the excitement with P. Wilson saying that it's something he'll be looking to do towards his year. And that is very encouraging, that from these trainings, and we do encourage club members, guests, friends to attend these trainings, because that's the only way you know what the Rotary is doing and what are some of the projects that will be beneficial for us as a club or even as an individual to run with the club. We normally encourage a lot of club membership participation, where members themselves will go and take up a project based on some of the trainings they've attended and actually spearhead the project and see as the project to success. So thank you very much. And I mean, we'll keep asking the questions even as we get closer and closer to when the actualization of this project will indeed kick off, and that we should be able to see how best we can come in and partner and use our already existing ecosystem, profile, portfolio, members, partners, so that they can be able to also benefit from this particular project. If there are no further questions and people have decided there's a happy dollar, sad dollar, and SA, I would then like to invite President Innocent to give a vote of thanks. President Innocent? Is Innocent here? Okay, clearly today I'm failed. Okay. I will then do the vote of thanks. Or do I have a volunteer? Rotary is all about volunteering. A volunteer who would like to do the vote of thanks? Njoki Ndongo, I see you.
I can do the vote of thanks.
You first of all, first pay fine. A lot of fine.
Why?
We left you, were supposed to do SA. Joke. So you're supposed to have given us a joke. We start there.
No.
So we will catch up. Okay, fine. Please do the vote of thanks and then find yourself heavily.
Anyway, thank you, Rotarian Keshi. Thank you for the presentation. I'm sure we've all learned one or two things. Now, I wanted to ask, nikitaka kupanda mti kwa compound yangu, can this be considered part of the part of the project?
Hi, Joel.
Hi.
The tree planting project is mainly focused on how do I call it? Reforestation of areas that have been depleted. We are targeting trust lands. Those areas that have been marked by Kenya Forest Service as forest areas, but have been depleted or are close to where people are living.
Okay.
So the target areas.
Okay, so watu wa Kitengela, Ngong, mnasikia. So anyway, thank you for this. Thank you for taking the lead. And we hope to give you support. It's also nice to see that our members are involved in other things other than their, as we say in Kikuyu, koradorana besha. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to know the other side of our fellow members. And we hope to support you where we can.
Great. Thank you, Joel. Yes, they stepped in as members and they have indeed done a very good job representing us. So it was good, like you said, just to see them in a different light, both Keshi and Janet. And that brings us towards the end of this club meeting. Assuming that there are no further questions, there is no essay, and the vote of thanks has been given, I would like to then call this meeting to a close with the final toast. But allow me, because today I'm the president and I see Mark has joined the meeting. Director Mark, karibu sana, and congratulations as we look forward to your wedding this coming Saturday. We wish you well and Godspeed. Okay, and having said that, I will call the final toast. So if you have a glass, cup of tea, whatever you may have, a glass of water, the final toast to the Rotary Club of Embu Novel and Rotaract Club of Yo and Afya, and Rotary Club of Nairobi Madaraka. I give you Rotary and Rotaract the world over. Rotary and Rotaract the world over.